And I'm back with more East Origin. I got a cutscene, I think, and I'm gonna do that in a second. I just gotta put my gloves on here. Weather in Minnesota is gonna turn to shit for the next week with like negative temperatures all freaking morning and most of the day. So, I'm in a bit of a lurch right now. Okay, but there should be a cutscene here. Yeah, here it is. Hugo fact, is it? Lady Rhea. We've been looking everywhere for you. What in the world are you doing here? And why did you bring the Black Pearl? Hush. I think we're surrounded. What the hell? Watch out. They're about to close in. That should do it. Ah! It's all right. Let me take care of them. Ah! What did you just do? She's holding a magic artifact I've never seen before. Never you mind. The important thing is they're gone. I must say, I am quite impressed. It's well over halfway up the tower. Couldn't have been easy for you to get here. We've all been through so much on our account, and for that I must sincerely apologize. So you know why we're here. More or less. I also know that Fiend has been captured, and that Toll has turned against us. Neither of which is news to you. As I understand it, you were always rather close to my brother. Do you even have the slightest idea why he'd betray us? I don't expect he'd hold much esteem for father or myself due to inheritance. There's certainly no love lost between us personally. I'm fully prepared to kill him next time we cross paths. But outside of his family, the people of East have been lifelong allies. He's not the type to turn his back on his friends. When he was captured, it's possible they did something to him. I'm sorry. I do have a theory, but I don't believe it would be appropriate of me to speak of that here and now. It's a matter of honor, you see. What? I can say this much. He has not lost his pride. You may be fully justified in your desire to kill him, and I can't blame you, really. But he is not your enemy, nor is he your ally. He's walking a path all on his own. It is up to him whether or not it leads where he wants it to. Personally, I believe we should let him follow it. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Forgive my impertinence, Lady Rhea, but you and Lady Fiend are keeping far too many secrets. As far as I can see, you basically just decided to sneak out of your palace and take the Black Pearl for a stroll. What the hell were you thinking? Without even a word to the 6 priests. And now you're gonna try and justify the actions of a traitor? He hasn't lost his pride? He's walking his own path? Listen to yourself. What path is he walking? Is that one with colludes with demons and kidnaps goddesses? He's clearly got you wrapped around his little finger so tightly for you to come up with a lame excuse like that. And I'm just supposed to accept the abuse with good humor? He's a goddamn demon. How come he gets off so easy? Hugo, I can never apologize enough for all the trouble we caused you. Not just you personally, but from everyone for Solomon's Shrine. If I could, I'd explain everything. I really wish I could tell you everything that's going on, and exactly why we're here. But right now, there's simply no time. Take this with you. Huh? This is what you used on those demons. It's a set of chimes that grants eternal slumber to the poor souls whom such luxury has been denied. Truth be told, we'd really prefer you all to go home back to Solomon's Shrine and leave this matter to us. But I know that's a futile request to make. So at the very least, I bid you much luck and pray for your safe return. Huh? Hugo, are you all right? Oh, yes, I'm fine. What did you need? We think we figured out where Lady Fiend is being held captive. There's this weird smaller tower connected to this one by an outdoor walkway called Rado's Annex. How did you know Lady Fiend is being held there, and how did you know its name? Well, apparently the king heard about it from Toll. He just showed up from there and told us where to find Lady Fina, and disappeared again. Considering the source, we can't say for sure if the intelligence is accurate, but it's still something, right? Understood. I remember seeing this Rado's Annex from the outside. It was a little over halfway up, so I should be near it. I'll try to find a way in. Well, the knights are headed there that way too, actually. If you see them, please cooperate with them. That depends entirely on the situation. If they decide to start trouble, then don't expect any favors from me. I'll talk to you later. Hugo, wait! Damn knight. Nobody seems to think in here. They just do. I'm sick and tired of all this recklessness and idiocy. But at least now my suspicions are confirmed, I guess. I know that the goddesses are hiding something. Once I find Lady Fina, I might have to give her an interrogation of my own. You do that. You do that, Hugo. Good for you, buddy. Anyway. Yeah, I can actually kill these little bugs now. As long as I have the circular thing. Yeah, I can. It's slow, but I can at least get rid of them now. So I'm gonna get used to a lot of this fire stuff. Little critters, little creatures, little nightmares, little. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm being dumb. Meh. But yeah, it's supposed to be like negative degrees for God knows how long for the next week or so. Ugh. It's as fun as it sounds. Ow. Ow. Let me get some health back. Or not, I guess. There we go. I was like, where's the health? Come on. Yo! I don't need those. There we go. I need those. Great. I hate 3D or even... No, it is 3D platforming. Ah! Wow, okay, I just made it. Yeah, go me. Okay. Ow. Yay! Yeah, I can actually get the good stuff now. Get up the thing. Aha, it's just... Why, there's Rado's annex. Nice. This must be it. I don't know if fighting Jenocres is such a great idea, but I'm gonna probably do it anyway. Where Lady Fina's allegedly being held. I can sense great malice emanating from within. But there's no way I'm gonna wait for those incompetent knights. I can handle this on my own. Jesus, dude. You do you, I guess. Right. Well, Jenocres sucks. That's probably not the best one. Force Shield's probably going to be the best in this fight. Great. So nice to see you again. You don't know my name, do you? I must apologize for not introducing myself before I was otherwise occupied. I am Zava, the finest sorceress among the Darklings. I serve the great Lord Dow's. Dow's? So that's the name of your leader? Indeed. And a finer leader none shall ever know. Though I must say, this is a most pleasant surprise. I assumed the Devil's Corridor would keep you awake for quite some time. Hard to blame me, considering the miserable defeat I suffered at the hands of your brother. But you are heir to the fact named for a reason, I suppose. You savages don't have the right to speak that name. As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All he is to me now is a target I've marked for death. Ah, is that so? Then it seems we have at least one thing in common. I can't stand that man either. He repeatedly kills my summoned creatures and takes their energy for his own. If Lord Dow's would allow it, I'd gladly tear him to shreds and use his entrails as feed for my familiars. I jest, of course. I would never be so cruel as to give my darklings such low-grade meat. My, but what a sour expression you have. You and your brother do share that particular trait. Yours has more personality, though. If I had to pick, I'd say you're the cuter of the two. But then, the little one usually is. Are you done? If you're not going to fight me, then just stand aside. The eyes of fact. Such delightful implements of sorcery. Most magic items from East are rather unappealing to me. But something about those cold, lifeless orbs feels comforting. It's almost as if they were made for us. What? Ah, crap. This is a much stronger familiar than the ones I entrusted to Epona. Show me what the eyes of fact can do. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I do have good range, though. For now, anyway. Ah, crap. This is where it gets bad. Ow, ow, fuck. Fuck. Damn it. Ow. Shit. Got him. Okay, first try. Got close, but I got him. I knew he'd be a better fight for Hugo than most. Unica, ugh. What a spectacular show. Damn you. You're a fascinating specimen, little one. Your power and the way you handle those eyes a fact of yours. You were born to be a Darkling. The hell are you trying to pull? Feisty, but I like that. Truly, you and I aren't so different. We're like kindred spirits. We both lust for power. We both find solace in the dark, alone and unfettered by the ignorance of others. Don't try to deny it. Perhaps I should introduce you to Lord Downs. I suspect you and he would get along famously. Certainly far better than he and your dear brother. Wait! Is that really how I come up? Yes! You're nothing like them. Can't be. Oh yes, you definitely come across like that. I can't let her get to me. This is what she wants. Lady Fina must be imprisoned upstairs. I have to keep moving. Ah, fuck. Well, cutscene waits, I guess. Actually, yes, Hugo, you definitely come across as a fucking asshole. Hello! This door, the malice it's putting off is so strong, it's almost a physical presence. Must be what I was feeling outside. Yeah! It's far more powerful than I thought. If I were to imprison a goddess, this would definitely be where I'd do it. What are you so afraid of, Hugo? This barrier must be child's play compared to Father's shield magic. What right of you to succeed his position if you can't even handle something as simple as this? Or you were ever supposed to defeat your brother, for that matter? Alright, I can do this. Strong enough blast of magic should do the trick. I'll just focus the combined energies of all three artifacts and charge them at the point. Then unleash! What the? Ah! Well, that worked great. Hugo. Such a foolish creature. Surely you can't be so giddy that your skills were noticed by those around you. Fact, have no need for those who beg for treats and wag their tails like pathetic dogs. If you want to be accepted, you must show strength. And your elder brother must. Ow. Ow. Ugh. Well, wow, look who's awake. Not you again. You sure are a handful, you know that? Did you really think you could use brute force to overpower that thing? I'm pretty reckless, and even I wouldn't get anywhere near that thing if I didn't have to. Wait, were you looking after me? You sound surprised. You owe me a rematch, remember? And I want you to be in tip-top shape for it. Besides, I have to be a real sicko to kill somebody who's unconscious. Easy now. After what you've been through, I wouldn't suggest trying any sudden moves. Nice and slow. I don't need your pity. And I'm not unconscious anymore. So let's just get this over with. You're one obnoxious little prick, you know that? Lucky for you, I'm also not enough a sicko to attack someone who's too weak to do anything but mouth off. Now if Zava were here, she'd totally slit your throat and laugh while you bled out. She's a real bad egg that way. Besides, Dal's ordered us to withdraw from the annex, so technically I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm not even supposed to be here today! Why do you smell like shoe polish? Which means I'm gonna sure as hell not do anything I don't have to draw attention to myself. Your way then. Why were you really looking after me? No. I don't know. Is that the best you could come up with? What does it matter? It just felt like it, that's all. So, you really that Clawman's brother, huh? Why do you have it in for him so bad? Don't you two get along? Does it look like we get along? As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All I've got is a target, a traitor I've been set out to exterminate. I mean, yeah, I get that. But he's still your brother. If you gotta kill him, then you gotta kill him. Oh, excuse me. But you're still bound by blood, you know. Nothing could take that away. Sorry. Not trying to open up old wounds or anything. We just come from different worlds, I guess. You East people probably all think that way. He's always been so completely self-absorbed. Huh? Hugo's got an inferiority complex. The fact line's generally named first among those with the 6 priests. We're the arbiters in all matters of spirit. As the elder brother Toll was expected to succeed our name, but he elected to join the Holy Knights instead. It came across as if he were scoffing at the fact in the face of his lineage, as if the position were trivial and worthless. Simply put, he just didn't care. He wanted to follow his own path, so he did. Protocol and tradition be damned. Didn't even bat an eye that he was disinherited. And honestly, it didn't seem to bother him. And that's how the position of successor fell to me, the second son. They call me a magic prodigy now, but back then I was just an ordinary kid. I was constantly being compared to him as if I was living in his shadow. In its own way, it was nothing short of excruciating. But I did as father told, and tried as hard as I could live up to some lofty expectations. My training was intense and all-consuming, and I lost every friend I had, but eventually I was deemed worthy of the title. Finally, I thought. Finally, everyone would acknowledge my abilities, and I'd be no longer regarded as his shadow, as his little brother. But the goddamn demons attacked, and we all had to ride Solomon's Shrine up into the sky to escape. And of course, Toll just had to stay behind with Commander Tova to buy time. Oh, how they praised his gallant sacrifice. And despite all my hard work, I was just Tolfac's little brother again. Brother to one of the greatest heroes of Ease. Still seems to be all what I fought so hard for to crawl out from, only to be pulled right back in. By your own mind, you fuck. And I get it, you're a teenager, you got problems, you're a little bitch boy, but comparing yourself to others, like, I learned this when I was like 20. I should stop doing that. I should just be like, I should compare myself to myself and what I'm doing. And Epona should just smack him. I know I'm basically lashing out at him. It's totally illogical to be as angry as I am, even after what he's done. It still doesn't change the fact I truly want him dead. His betrayal just makes that attitude a lot easier to justify. So he's aware he's a dumbass, and yet he still is doing it. I have no pity for this guy. Like, yeah, I understand that inferiority complex can be strong in people, but that's part of growing up. So the sooner you stop being a little bitch, whether you're 15, 16, 17, whatever, the sooner you can just accept your lot in life and do what you want to do, like your brother did. Duh. Anyway, he shamed our family enough just by forfeiting his right for succession, also he could become a knight. But there's still honor in knighthood. He took an oath to protect the goddesses. And then he trampled that oath on the ground, and for me, that was the final straw. He's beyond redemption. You were kind of rambling there, so I'm not sure I really understood all of what you were saying, but the long and short of it is you still love him, right? Were you even listening to me? How could you have possibly gotten that from any part of what I just told you? Well, you want what he's got, so you're trying to be just like him, right? Or I guess it's better to say you want to be respected and looked up by your father and everybody else the way he is. And you're frustrated you can't seem to measure up. That sound about right? Ugh. I got a big brother of my own too, so I get where you're coming from. You kind of want to be nice to him, but then you just kind of want to wring his neck. Your parents are always saying things like, why can't you be more like your brother? It's just frustrating as hell. Because you love him, but he's such a pain in the ass, you know? Hugo, the sooner I get your playthrough over, the happier I will be. What? I said you don't get it at all. You've got one hell of an imagination, you know that? Why would I ever have the slightest inclination to be anything like him? It's patently absurd. No. I've been told I'm pretty good at reading people. But hey, if you say off the mark, I won't push. I'll just leave it right where it lies. Least I can do is thank you for opening up. It's kind of nice, you know. I thought I had you pegged as the uptight, self-important asshole. I pretty much hated your guts, but I don't know. Not really that bad. You're like an extra smug version of me. Is that supposed to be a compliment? This whole ordeal's got me worn out. Didn't you say you were ordered to abandon this place? I think it might be best for you to follow those orders. Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Just you know, though, it's not possible for regular people like you to get through that door no matter how hard you try. But that goddess lady's definitely in there, and she's safe, so don't worry. I'll catch you later. Epona, was it? May I ask you one last question? Sure. Can't guarantee I'll be able to answer. Technically, I've already asked this, but I feel compelled to ask again. I'm your enemy. Why are you doing this on my behalf? Sorry, but my answer hasn't changed. I honestly have no idea. I guess I just wanted to give you a shot, you know? Come to think of it, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What the hell is wrong with me? You were an oddball. Weren't you supposed to be good at reading people? Oh, shut up! You men latch on to all the trivial details. I've said my piece, so I'm out of here. Besides, if I'm late getting back, I'll never hear the end of it from her. Alright, I'll let you go, but thank you. You're welcome. Just you know, next time I see you, I'm gonna have your head on a silver platter. So you better keep it nice and clean for me, you know? Don't worry, I have no intention of holding back. It promises to be one hell of a fight. Yeah. They're totally made for each other. You found a friend, go you! Now then, what to do next? I can't rescue Lady Fina without opening the door, but according to Epona, regular people like me are incapable of getting in. Basically confirms it's all been enchanted. Sadly, curses are firmly outside of my expertise. As much of a pain it is to seek counsel, I might need to Cadena's advisement. I was going to say advertisement. Advisement words. Yay. Advisement. Go me. Damn it. Ugh. Fine, whatever. Well, I'm already here at Rado's Annex, but I've hit a bit of a roadblock. Hugo, explain the situation! Yay. Oh boy. You weren't kidding. This thing's got one hell of a curse on it. Just thinking about it makes me feel tight in the chest. If it helps, that woman said regular people would never get it open. Her choice of words seemed rather deliberate. Do you have any idea what that might have meant? I think so. I do have a theory. Best I can tell, it'll only open for a demon, or someone harboring demon-grade malice. It's honestly kind of ingenious. And what better way to keep out do-gooders than to lock a door with pure hatred? So you pretty much have to be evil if you want to get in? In other words, a door designed solely for people like him. It's really quite a curse. It's just that door either. Whole room's affected by it. It's like an impossibly strong barrier all around. No amount of brute force could possibly penetrate. Oh, don't tell me you tried already. Yeah, and it went poorly. So there's nothing we can do? Lady Fina's trapped in there. Yeah, we can't just leave her. There's gotta be some way. Get our hands on one of the enemy's magical items, we might have a shot. What do you mean? Something with an equivalent curse on it. Particularly if something wearable. Assuming it doesn't kill whatever poor sap tries to put it on. That might do the trick. I don't like the sound of that at all. I think you might be assuming too much there. No one would be able to survive a curse that strong. Not under normal circumstances, no. But your only other option is to capture one of the enemies alive, so that still doesn't seem worth doing. I think that's even less likely. Alright then. I'll head back to the tower and see if I can find any magic items that might serve our purpose. In the meantime, I'd like for the two of you to keep the area secure. Secure. The knights should be arriving any time now. Hugo? Sounds like a plan. In fact, it's almost too good to be true. Huh? You're actually communicating and coordinating with others. It's like some kind of miracle. Isn't your usual MO to just do everything yourself? What happened? He found a girl, and he likes her, but he can't say anything. And it's not the girl over there. It's the girl with the stabby bits. Nothing in particular. I just know my own limitations. It's not a field of magic I'm familiar with, so I defer. Alright, I guess I can buy that. We'll be right here. Let us know if you find anything. Be careful, Hugo. What's that ring you've got there? Let me see. Well, it's definitely demonic. It's drained of all its power. If you look closely, though, its design seems to match the one on this door. Maybe it's connected in some way. If we could somehow bring this power back to its full potential, it might be what we're looking for. The question is, how do we do it? It looks like those undead creatures in the sand. Oh yeah, that's totally it. Actually, what is it? Well, while we were here, I swear we saw some demons that looked exactly like them. Not just a little, but exactly. They had big, strong bodies and were really nasty looking. I only saw them in passing, since we were in a hurry to get here, but I definitely saw them. Doesn't sound all that familiar. Freshly spawned demons? Yes! Now I can go down and save my game! But yes, Epona really had, starting to get a thing for Hugo, and he's... The begrudging friendship thing is fun. It's great. Because Hugo needs somebody to punch him in the face. And I can't do it because I'm the player. But anyway, I beat Jenocres. I am happy. I did the thing. God, that was a long cutscene. That was a lot of stuff. But I did the thing. And now I can take a break. I will see you next time.